Why you calling my line? I don't got time today. Give me the bag. I need a bag today. Tell me you love me, baby. Love when you lie to me.
What's good? What's good? That's Yana Shawty, twice I've Queen Disco, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host.
Audio League, Lwc.
Okay, and today we have the hip-hop breeder, okay? The real spitter, my microphone gripper, the one and only.
Professor Gable, thank y'all for having me. I'm really happy to be here. This is a very nice setup.
Thanks.
Yes.
We try. We're happy that you made the time, and we're happy to have you here, and we have a lot of questions.
Awesome.
As an artist and also just as a person, just, you know, what day to life consists for Professor Gable.
A day in the life?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I get up at like 8, drink coffee. I used to get up at 6, so I'm getting up at like 8 now, trying to sleep more. I drink coffee.
She could never.
I get on like my phone and do emails and stuff like that. I have a job at a spot, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I go to work. And I kick it with my family, and then and then I do music and podcasts and acting.
Yeah, you do
all the time. Like I go home like for dinner, and then like I'll come here or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
That's nice though. You handle your business and you still cater to like the music side of you. Like you still make sure that's good.
Yeah, no, especially recently too. Like I'm very like trying to be really focused, do something every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We don't utilize our time correctly when we really think about it. It's because we work so much, though, and then, kind of forget about our dreams. But
also, food in the day of life. I'm a food guy. I like restaurants and,
And traveling.
Food.
I see you traveling.
I travel sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. It seems fun, though.
Yeah.
I see you travel with... Well, have you traveled... Did you go to New York with FNG this
Hell yeah, of course.
You guys travel a lot. That's super dope how you guys have a collective that travels very family unite. Well, it is family, not a group.
Indeed.
But it's very, you guys stick together. How is that, traveling, with a collective? And you've been part of a couple, teams, collectives. So how was that?
I'm a collective kind of guy.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's hella fun, honestly. I love it. First of all, I love Family Not a Group. We do great events and just great shit together. We make music. A lot of us been knowing each other for a long time,
right.
But with the FNG umbrella, we've made some pretty cool moves. Like going to New York, especially this last time, because we've actually gone I think 3 times now.
Right.
As FNG. So the first time, hella fun. Af hooked us up with the show because Af, got the New York network. And we had I think 2 or 3 shows that were dope, but kind of 7,500 people type thing. Excuse me. And then the second one, it was a little bit more.
Big.
Yeah. Well, Af is kind of lit. He's very well known in New York.
That's dope.
Yeah. And now we've kind of started getting people to know us out there because we've been doing parties. We do a performance some studio time and a day party kind of everywhere we go. We're about to do that in LA.
Oh, so, that's cool.
Yeah,
so you guys are expanding
Yeah, you gotta go everywhere,
Right.
I've been very curious to know how did that FNG all come together, yeah.
Basically it was going to New York, the first time. You know what I'm saying? Afterthought. So Sutro for me, it was Sutro. Okay. DJ Say had access to a studio. It was working at a studio over on Market,
nice.
On an underground spot, and it was pretty dope studio. Mm-hmm. And I booked a session there with Afterthought to because he makes beats and engineers too. And we ended up just the 3 of us making hella songs every day for a while. And then that we kind of started overlapping more and more and. He's kicking it with Appy, kicking it with Baghead too.
Right.
And now there's 18 of us.
25.
Yeah. But it basically came from Aft inviting hella people to New York, just kind of open invitation kind of thing. Posting on Instagram, come with me, Frisco fam, I'm going to New York. I got this show and this show. If you want to perform, I could probably get you a song or something like that. So hella of us fucking flew out there, and took advantage of the opportunity, and it went hella well, and we all just vibed hella well, and we just kept doing that.
And who came up with the name?
So I'm kind of I actually wasn't there when they came up with the name because I'm kind of I like do my shit and I like
Pop
disappear,
in. Yeah, I was about to say
reappear.
But that's cool though.
Yeah.
That's what I like about Professa. Like he's everywhere. You can find him everywhere.
No,
Thank you,
dead
yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
That's the vibe.
And it's cool. It is cool because like FNG, like which I love by the way, but I can find them when they're throwing something. Professa, I can find him everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? Like he's gonna be there. So
Thank you.
it is dope how you network your way around, and even though you're part of collectives, people may be like, oh, they're part of this and this is them, but it's like he's really
Very,
open
yeah.
and everywhere. So that's
Yeah.
really welcoming.
Thank
So
you.
that's dope.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about the collectives before FNG and just like what you were into. I believe the jacket I wore was Watershed, right?
That's vinyl attire.
See, it's just
So
so
that
much.
was
There's just so much going on. So
That was
tell me a little bit about everything you're into.
That was you know what? I should just start telling people that was a limited run
Okay.
of
They
of
were
what's it
dope though,
called?
and it felt
Windbreakers.
limited. It
Yeah,
did feel
yeah.
limited. It felt like only a couple of us exclusively had one.
Yeah, and thank you for wearing that in that
Yeah,
video,
love
by
it.
the way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was back in. I did shout out to Jake. It was me and my homie Jake. Kind of just was like, we need to start a clothing brand, and we did it.
Oh.
And you know, the homie Diego did the art. I made the logo. But basically, you talking about the collective. So like in high school, we formed Old Soul. Well, I'll take it way back. Okay, real quick. I'll try to do this in less than 3 hours. All right?
And by the way, Made by Harry kind of like spoke about you guys as like
Okay.
including you, and kind of went back to like how in high school. Do you remember a little bit more? Like how in high school they were like very like you guys crossed paths at a point.
Me and
now
Made
that,
by Harry?
Yes,
Okay.
and that now you guys are all like into music, and which is super interesting and cool.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
saying that you inspired him to start
yeah,
doing the beats.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You
Shout out to Made by
you
Harry.
and Baghead inspired him.
Shout out to Baghead. Shout out to Made by Harry. That's my guy. I literally, we went to Hebrew school together when we were
Wait,
3.
why he didn't say that?
Yeah.
That's
He
super
didn't say,
random.
he doesn't tell people that as much as I
Yeah,
do.
that's-
But we did when we
Super
were like
random.
3. And so I've known him for like my
That's
whole life.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's way back.
Wow.
But
Wow.
but he's, you know, we went to high school together. We went to Soda, you know what I mean?
Okay,
So
awesome.
School of the Arts. So, you know, it's kind of hard to get in there when you're like 14, you know? So you got to be really good at whatever your art is.
Don't you
know?
audition or something like
You
that?
audition
Oh,
and the
that's
whole
sick.
shit, yeah. So it was kind of easy, like, once we all started, like, I've been rapping since I was like 13.
Sorry, was your audition rapping?
Nah, I was
Oh.
in theater.
Oh,
Yeah,
The
yeah,
acting, that's
acting.
sick.
Yeah, I was an actor. I'm an actor kind of first, actually. I was in acting like when I was like 6,
that's dope.
doing plays and shit. But fucking, yeah. So we were all at Soda, and I've been rapping and like freestyling since I was like 13 because of my big brother Cypher. He like taught me how to do that shit and kind of like mentored me, you know, because he's like a little older than me. But when I was in high school, it was me and MC Pause and Baghead.
Yes.
And you know the homie Nick and Dario, and like we all kind of like started banding together just as friends, and we were making music, you know, or started to like with because I know Baghead had the machine, which is
boom, boom,
yeah
boom.
some beat making shit.
Yeah, whoop
Fucking-
that trick. Wait a minute.
I don't know if it was that old, but it definitely, like, you know, we made some shit on there, and it was hella, like, you know, it was a good start and whatever. But we kind of formed the collective just by, like, having so many talented people in reach. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, like, we, like, started getting with Mike and Liam, and, you know, then that adds comedy and, you know, media and production
Yeah,
and
you're right,
rapping.
yeah.
So we're already kind of on that, like, put it all in, like, let's do it
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
you know, like, and so that was that. That's us, and we, you know, we all still fuck with each other, like a lot of there's, but like we don't like we're to me I would say yeah we're still us, you know what I'm saying? But we're just like everybody's still
We're individually us.
yeah. That's our history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know it's us.
How did
What's
it
up?
feel? I'm like obsessed with Soda. I think Soda's
Mm.
super cool. I don't know if you know Trey, but I went to
Fuck yeah, Trey's my fucking good friend. Yeah,
the trombone.
real KMS.
or something.
We can't call him Trey.
Anyways,
on the radio.
he I went to senior prom with him.
You did?
Yeah, when I was like a sophomore.
Oh, damn.
and
What's
like,
my man?
Zinger.
and I went to like this party, right?
Yeah.
And I like ever since I went to that party after prom with them.
I think I know what party you're talking about.
The one with like the glass windows.
Yeah.
And oh my god, it's so sick.
Yeah, Aiden's house.
I like got obsessed with soda.
Yeah.
Because I like
That's my friend,
being around all those people that like are artistic and do music and just like all these things. I just felt like I was able to how do you say like. Anyways, my point is, how did that feel for you when you being around so many people that are kind of like
talented?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, it's more, like, of course I felt it at the time, and I thought it was hella cool, but thinking back on it is more like, I'm thinking back on it more like how you're thinking back on it now, you know, because it is, like, very unique experience to, like, be able to do that. It's kind of like, you seen that movie, Accepted?
We both froze.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, like, everybody's just, like, you do work in the, school work in the morning, and then in the afternoon you go and do your whatever you auditioned and got in for.
It's like downtown high school, but just not a continuation school. No, dead ass. It's like, no, we used to do the work at the beginning, and then we used to get to do like creative
music,
like
acting.
depending what you were in, but they had more freedom and they weren't being punished. But,
Right.
but that's hella cool.
Not in the same way.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's awesome that you got to like experience that and now look back on it and
Yeah,
you know.
definitely a dope experience. You know,
I feel like it was more.
It was still high school though.
Right.
Still high school.
It just feels like back then people were more excited like to think about what school they were gonna get into it. Unlike now, kids are just like whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
no, it was a big deal.
Yeah, it was.
For sure, it was a huge deal. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's talk a little bit about your opening act podcast. Podcast.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that. How that came about. How Equipto, if both of you came up with it, or how did he come about? And congrats on your Berner landing. I think that's big.
Thank you.
You guys
yeah,
had Berner
me too,
on
yeah.
there, so I think that's super dope, super big.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Speak about that a little bit.
Yeah, so the Opening Act podcast, definitely, you know, thank you, Equipto, because it was his kind of idea for sure. But basically, like, we kind of, like, me and Queasy, we're hella good friends, you know what I'm saying? We, you know, like you said, that's another collective, the Watershed. But, like, we always, like, watch podcasts and talk about them and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So, like, and we've been doing that for, like, years. Just, like, you seen that one, bro? He's always said, like, that was crazy. But, like, fucking, so he, like, kind of, I'm trying to remember, he was, like, you know, he's been on Berner for hella long.
Yeah.
Like, they have an album from, like, early 2000s or something like that. But, like, they kind of like got back connected or whatever, and the fact that he was like, he asked him if he was down to do the podcast, and we kind of started it that way.
Oh, dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's dope.
And we kind of developed the concept around that. And shout out to Berner, you know, for letting us. He was our first episode.
Yeah.
So you know, what I mean, it was definitely a dope opportunity, and I think it came out really good. The interview,
Nice.
You know what I mean?
How's it been growing, like, from then to now?
Yeah, we got like 10K or something like that.
Nice.
Right.
We're like, nice.
But we have like almost 600 subscribers.
That's dope.
Which is cool. So
That's
that was
super
cool.
dope.
But, you know, I think it's going to grow more. We have a lot of other interviews coming out too. Shout out to Frack. That's out. I'm about to drop the Nump interview. Damn, I'm supposed to upload that today, actually.
I called Frank Frank. He's like, who the fuck is Frank?
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, it was autocorrect, like dead ass.
Speaking of names, where did Professor Gable come from?
Yeah, definitely.
My name is Sam Gable.
Okay.
So it's my name, and my dad, you know, rest in peace, my dad, he's Professor Gable, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I love my dad, shout out to my, so, and I got, you know, this was a long time ago, I named my shit that, so, you know, it's like a junior thing.
That's sick. And it fits you.
Yeah.
It does, actually.
Oh, and another thing I wanted to talk about because of, like, the Professor Gable kind of reminds me of, like, your freestyling and all that.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I first was introduced to you, like,
that's dope.
when I was younger, was going out a lot, you know, almost every whatever event and stuff like that, and I'd see you everywhere, like she was saying.
Yeah.
And one thing that I really wanted to give you your flowers about is that that really made you stand out amongst the rest was not only are, like, you're a white boy, right? You're white, yeah, right.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so not only are you a white boy,
are you mad?
but
no.
I was
but no, but like literally, you like shit on everyone in the room.
You do.
Like when
Thank
you're on stage, you like have this presence that's like not only do you have like this charismatic like but like, not only do you have like this charismatic like vibe to you, you just have your way with words. And like, to be honest, sometimes I don't even know what the hell you're saying, because like you literally like your words are like
dictionary.
yeah, like I need a dictionary, because it's so like that makes me think. That's why I say that makes me think of Professor, because like the words you're using are so intricate, so big, and so like just smart, and then you put that twist on it, and it's just super sick, man.
Man, that's thank you very much. That means a lot. I appreciate that.
That's super dope. So how does it feel to know you hold? To me, you're like one of the hip hop torch holders. Like,
wow.
You literally, like, bro, I don't think you understand. Like, you get on the stage, and when you put your hair down, I'm like, he's about to do this shit. He's about to, bro, he will take off that shit, and he starts spitting. I'm like, he's about to go in. But I think it's just, you spit super dope. I kind of wanted to talk, your verse on Stow Open is one of my favorite verses. I feel like
mine too.
You came in so, like, when you say tear duck, I'm like,
yeah, that was funny.
I'm like, he said that shit was so aggressive and so dope. But I swear, you do a lot of features. Which one is your favorite? And
I mean, I definitely got to shout out Stow Open for sure, because, I mean, first of all, you know, Stuntman 02, that's my folks. Shout out to Stuntman 02. I mean, that song kind of got me a new sound a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of like made me be able to go from like, cause like, you know, I do like the definitely golden era vibe. Right. You know what I mean? But I'm really into more than that too. You know what I mean? Right. Like what the, like I like the bass sound. I like slaps and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's what I really love. So I wanted to be able to make that too. You know what I mean? So Stow Open was kind of like the first time I did that and people heard it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, because he has a different audience as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So you know, he put that on his album, and that was a big look for me for sure. And it kind of like got me a lot more shows and hella shit.
It was like a different vibe.
And Adiemi, you know, like that's we got to talk about Adiemi too.
Yes.
Like a lot of those songs that with the best verses are Adiemi beats for sure.
Yeah, it's funny because a lot of people that come in here, like we
I was
always
just about to say that.
We always talk about Adiemi.
Oh, Adiemi is a legend.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. It's just so crazy to me, and it's crazy.
I wrote my first verse on a Adiemi beat with MC.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Like back in the day and stuff shit?
Like in high school. He went to Soda.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I wish I would have went to Soda.
I know. Soda was pretty lit, actually.
That is hella cool.
I never realized how, like, serious his music making was until maybe I started getting a little older, because, like, my dad and his mom grew up together.
Right.
And I know his sister, and we have the same birthday. Me and her have the same birthday. And like, I remember being at their house, and they would talk about, like, oh, you know, or she would say, oh, my brother does beats and blah, 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 and we would chill in his room a little bit or whatever. But, like, it was just, like, I never realized how, like,
impactful.
Yeah, it was until, like, I got older, and I'm like, just, that's really dope. Like,
because he's hella nonchalant and laid back and just a cool guy and shit.
But that's super dope, to be
Yeah.
honest. It's needed. He makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah. No,
he's like, I could talk to you. You're dope, and I could talk to you.
Right?
I love it.
Yeah.
So what is like the biggest accomplishment that you feel you have so far? Like something you can say like that you're proud of, like, damn, I did that.
Like everything.
Great question.
What is like that top, like something that just psychs you out? Like, damn, I freaking did that. Like,
we opened for Ghostface and Raekwon.
Okay.
That was a big thing for me for sure.
Where?
At the UC Theater, the Watershed. Opened for Ghostface and Raekwon. Yeah. Honestly, like, I really just like getting better and getting older. I like getting older. You know what I mean? Like, it's like kind of fun, and I feel better just like being in the scene and shit, just from being in it for a long time.
You just posted a photo saying something like that too, like,
dude, I've been doing this for like
a long time or something.
How old am I? I've been doing this for like 16 years or something like that.
You paved the way for a lot of folks, man.
You have.
Thank you. It was a lot lot of us, but thank you.
I feel like
y'all too. I mean, y'all have been there the whole time.
Right,
you know what I mean? So
we're just like,
shout out to y'all.
You know what it is? It's because we're like genuine fans of the people that we're looking like.
Likewise.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
That's super dope though.
Yeah.
Do you have another question?
Yeah. So what are, like, I know you were speaking about, like, how you kind of do a lot of different things. Can you elaborate more about those things? Like, I so far, just knowing about you and, you know, seeing around the city and everything, like, I know you rap, I know you do music, I know, like, you went to Soda or just whatever, stuff like that, but, like, what are some other things that people might not know about you?
Yeah, man, I'm sure there's a lot of things, but I'm an actor. But
have you been in any films yet?
I have been in a couple of things. I've made a few things.
Oh, dope.
And I'm in something that's gonna come out that I can't say yet because it's gonna be a little while. But yeah, I do have a few things that I've made, and I have a lot of experience just acting like on stage.
Right.
So I'm into like film now, and I want to do that more and get more experience with that, because that's kind of like my family. Like my grandparents are actors or were actors. You know what I mean?
It's in the blood.
Yeah. So, and my uncle too. So that's what I really wanted to do when I was like a little kid, was be an actor in movies. You know
what kind of genre?
I mean, just like anything really, but like, you know, I like kind of like either comedy or like Goodfellas, you know, like something in that range.
I could see you in like a Cheech and Chong like movie.
He's just funny. You're funny to me in general. Like you're funny as fuck on Instagram. You're funny as fuck on your stories. Like every time I come across your page, I can laugh about something because you're funny as hell to me.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I like to have fun. You know, I don't know. I mean, I kind of just like something they don't know about me. Probably that I don't know. Everything. There's nothing not to know about me because I kind of do everything that I do, and that's all the time in a day.
Do you play instruments?
Nah. Okay. I could play one scale on the piano that'll make you think that I could play the piano if you were like walking by, you know.
So funny.
But that's it. But I am like I'm definitely like musically inclined.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead. No. Do you feel like musically when you first came, from the time you first came, I'm gonna get deep with it.
Yeah.
From the time you first came out to now, did you ever get the comparisons because you are white? Did you ever get the Eminem comparisons? And did that ever make you feel a type of way? And then going forward now to where you're at, and being a white male rapper, how is that?
Yeah.
In the Bay, most of all in the Bay.
To be honest, for me, it's not that bad. It's cool. Like, I don't, the Eminem thing, probably, I don't trip. I think Eminem's cool, but I think
he's raw as fuck.
But I don't, I mean, I think Eminem's dope, but I don't, you know, I don't, like, listen to him a lot or anything like that. I know all the hits and stuff like that.
Right.
But, like, the white thing, honestly, is just, you know, I'm a white guy. Like, that's just like,
no, I feel it.
all of the stuff about it is there. But I'm just like not a piece of shit, and I'm cool with that. Like,
right.
And I don't need, and like I think that's just me. So I don't mind being anywhere, you know. Like, and I think people catch on to that pretty quick, and that's why it's kind of cool that I'm wherever, you know.
I think what's super dope about you is that like, because what she's talking about kind of is like a real thing. Like people really.
No, yeah, I have other white partners that
like,
they're not even really in the scene because they tried to kind of like belittle them a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when I've had conversations with other friends and they know about you, we're like, Professor don't count. Professor don't count.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
I don't know if it's just your vibe or the confidence or just the way where it's like.
I think it's the authenticity.
Yeah, and it's like, the authentic, like you're you, and you're like.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't
it's
even.
not like you're trying to be anybody else.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what's really cool about that. Especially because you're like putting it on for like Caucasian people and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Putting on for them, no.
You are. No, but you are though, because like I feel like like for a while, or not even for a while, but just for the longest time, like people always want to categorize hip hop as like just a black thing or like a, you know what I mean? It's like even for brown girls too, it's kind of harder for us to even get in because it always originated as a black thing. You know what I mean? So it's like. Even for brown folks too, it's a little bit controversial with people like, oh, you can't be a rapper, like. You
but
know
to me, you just rap, and you just let that do the speaking for you.
It's super cool. And then I wanted to ask you, like, who's your biggest music influence? Like,
yeah, so it's not like one person.
No.
Or just like, who's your influence?
Yeah.
At least 2. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Probably like Mac Dre and Big L.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I came up listening to like what Syph, I told you my brother Syph, you know, played me, and he was like kind of just making sure I knew all the right shit. Because like Nas and Wu-Tang, Hieroglyphics, you know what I mean? Like Hyro was a big influence too, actually, early in my life. But yeah, I would say like just off the bat, kind of, because it's like really it's like way more than that. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I listen to everything, but it's because I feel like I need to know everything, or I did feel like that, and I'm glad I did and do, because I do know a lot of things now. But it's definitely like a cross between like both coasts for sure.
Right.
Because I'm trying to like know, and I'm just trying to be the best. Not trying to be the best, but I'm trying to keep getting better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really important that you said that, because I felt like when I started, I was a girl from the Bay that was in LA that listened to East Coast music. So that's like a lot of inspiration within one person. But when I moved back and just stayed in the Bay and didn't travel how I used to, and I just started listening to only Bay music, my music now I feel like it's like dumbed down in many ways. And I feel like when I first came out, I had this fire. Like it was just like, it just sounded like I understood what hip hop was.
Yeah.
Right.
And now it feels like I'm just doing music.
But it's crazy because people support
It's
that
crazy.
so much more, and it's so weird. Like
They do.
They
People
love it. At least out here, they love that. Like, not saying, I guess, like in the sense dumbed down, but like
It's just more fun and less more thought
lighthearted
put
and,
into
like,
it. You can have a little more fun with it, which is
you
cool.
say funny shit.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like, you know.
Which is cool and stuff, but you do as an artist, you kind of feel kind of like, what the fuck? Like I'm lacking. What happened to me? Yeah, you feel like what happened to me. So I think it's important that you're saying, like, you kept that with you throughout growing up, just doing it in general. It's stuck with you.
Right.
So that's important, you guys. Don't stop practicing and don't stop doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and it's fun to practice too. You know what I mean? Like,
I was gonna ask you how did you get so good at like freestyling or just like your vocab? Like how do you have such a wide range for vocabulary and like all of that?
yeah, thank you. My mom and dad definitely like lot of vocabulary going on. You know, a lot of, they know a lot of words and say them. You know.
That's what's up.
But Syph definitely taught me how to freestyle and kind of like. You gotta check out his music because his words are crazy.
Really?
Like I don't even. But super dope. You know what I mean? Like, but like very like thought out, constructed, like with meaning in it too. You know what I mean? Not just like lyrical miracling, but like I think I just got good for like those two reasons. You know what I mean? Like also like I didn't even write a verse for like 5 years. I just freestyled.
I bet.
Also,
Oh, shit.
I forgot to say at DP, you know what I'm saying, Dolores Park, we did this shit called the Dolores Park Rhyme Syndicate, and it was like me and a bunch of other like dope rappers who were like older than me, because I was like 17 or 18 or something like that. But every Sunday they'd bring out the shit. Zigzag would bring out a bunch of car batteries and shit, and fucking we'd freestyle in the park. And then after that, it was the Boom Boom Room, which is a bar on Fillmore and Geary. And every Sunday night there, it was like a mob of rappers, and they would rap for 1 minute at a time, and it would be like an hourglass.
Oh, that's dope.
It was some serious shit, yeah.
So, sorry, those times have changed a lot. Like, we can't really just go to a place and, like, it's popping like that.
It's tough, yeah.
How is it for you seeing that change in hip-hop? Because you're practically part of hip-hop, and you're seeing the evolution of it, and it might be, like, it's getting suckier in a way. Because it's, like, it feels like, unless you know the right people, like, that's why I say it's really cool that you have these, you're part of these collectives, because you guys keep that alive within. But, like, realistically, I can't just go to a fucking beauty bar and fucking find some motherfuckers that's trying to spit with me.
Right, definitely not a beauty bar.
I was just about to say that. Oh my god.
Find somebody trying to spit on you.
Right.
Nah, beauty bar is cool. Beauty bar is cool.
So how is that?
Shout out to beauty bar. I'm just playing.
I know they popping, they fine.
People getting popped over there.
Sorry,
My bad. What was the question?
But how is it just seeing like all these opportunities back then when you used to go out in the nightlife, and now it being more like turn up, drugs, go home?
Right. To be honest, I kind of like live in my own world and bring it wherever I go, type of thing. I don't really like. I definitely know when things change and you lose things.
Right.
But I don't think about it. Like I like it. It would make me too sad type of thing. You know what I mean?
Like, I remember in middle school. And
so I don't even do it. I just keep like doing other shit, build some new shit, and now I'm good. I don't. I'm not worried about anything.
Well, in that sense, how do you kind of feel like you've transformed with the times then?
I think I just made hella music. And honestly, I'm glad you said that freestyling shit, because I don't really be freestyling that much anymore.
What?
Yeah,
We're both like,
I know, it's kind of sad, right? Like, it's not like I would never freestyle or something like that, but it's just like you said, it's not really like, it doesn't feel the same out here type thing. You know what I mean? Like, so, and I'm making music that I love to make, and and I'm not trying to impress anybody anymore either. That's the other thing.
You feel like you kind of already, established yourself, like made your name and stuff like that, like with all the things that you already did?
Low key, I mean, in the city for sure, but I'm trying to like I guess I am trying to impress people in the sense that I'm trying to like build a fan base still, but I'm not worried about it like that. I love doing the shit whether I got the fans or not, pretty much. Like, I definitely want the show for 25,000.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not there yet, but I see it over there.
What's your vision or your goal when it comes to like your career? Like, for example, I know me, like I'm super obsessed with like becoming like mainstream at a point, and like like being something that's on fucking the Shade Room. Like like my goal is to be like you everywhere. What's your goal? And I know.
And you will.
Thanks. I know. I'm like thanks. Yeah. I know people would have different goals. Like like people have different goals. Some people don't mind just being like the in their city and just being popping here. Do you want to be like bigger than that? What's up with you?
Yeah, I want to definitely kind of grow my fan base as much as I can. And
have you tried overseas? I feel like overseas you would be so big, bro.
I've done some I've done some shows in like Montevideo, and like that's actually it. That's not overseas. That's not overseas. That's a different country. But I've been to overseas, but I haven't rapped. I haven't done a show overseas.
But I feel like they would love you.
They would, yeah. I should do it. I have to go there. That's the thing.
Go.
Yeah, it's just far and expensive. But I'm down. I'm down. See, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to be I'm trying to be able to tour and all that without spending my own money. That's my next goal. But yeah, I want to do all this shit too. I don't necessarily need to be like super lit where like my life, like I need hella security and shit. But like I do want what I'm doing to grow as far as it can grow, and I don't plan on ever like stopping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I definitely want that show for like 30K. You know what I mean? Like the weekend. I like the weekend warrior kind of life, where you like fly somewhere on Friday and come home on Monday. That's probably my goal,
I've not thought about that.
Yeah. I mean, I want to do tours and all that too, but if you're talking about a goal like where I'm trying to end up, I definitely want that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because I love the city. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to really like leave like that.
Gotcha.
But I'm trying to have other places that I could go.
Visit and go.
Live, whatever.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Oh, super dope.
Own property, want to do shit like that. You know what I mean?
That's cool. You're in your bag, Professor.
Definitely in a few bags, for sure.
Period.
Good.
What are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm promoting the Lwc.Podcast, which is an album with me and Adeyemi. Again, Adeyemi. It's 10 tracks, and it's pretty. I love it. It's awesome. I'm excited about it. That's my June album. Okay. So in July. Once I upload it,
right,
I'm gonna drop an album with Monk HTS.
Oh, Monk go hard too.
Yep.
Y'all two together are raw. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you. Yeah.
What's that song where you be hyping him to when he be like 100 after 100, 100 after 100?
It's called Hundreds.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Shout
I like that
Monk.
when you guys be hyping each other.
Thank you. Yeah. It's That's my guy.
That's
yeah,
dope.
we have an album coming out called Niche Hors d'oeuvres. And
How y'all come up with these names?
I come up with the names.
Bro,
well,
you be having the most interesting. Yeah, you be having the most interesting names.
Yep.
That's
Gotta
dope.
keep it, different vibes and flights,
I saw you just made a song with, or not, maybe not just, but is it Eastway?
Eastway, yeah.
Yes. How's that working with him? Because he has a whole different vibe to him as well.
Love Eastway. I hang out with Eastway like every day.
That's hecka dope.
Yeah. We making music with him is easy as fuck too. We just bang shit out.
I see him on a lot of people's stuff, so I figured, I haven't met him personally, but I've seen that he must be a cool vibe if hella people got you on their song.
Right, yeah, he be like, dude, it's fucked up, because every time there's a show with like a couple of us on the bill, he's like gotta perform like 7 songs. Right. Because he's on everybody's favorite song that they made,
Yeah.
Nah, he's hella dope. Eastway is a superstar for show,
That's hella dope.
How many albums do you have out?
I got like, with collaborations, I think I have 7 albums out.
Okay.
This might be my 7th or 8th album.
I don't know why, but I thought you were gonna be like
16.
16, yeah.
20.
29.
No,
25.
I want to do that too. I want to be one of those guys too, though. Like, I want hella music
albums.
out. I don't need to be like, I'm not trying to have like, you know what I mean? Like that, like, Berner. Like,
Right.
Somebody like that,
Mentioning Berner, how did that whole interview come about? Like, how did you even?
Crypto.
Oh, right.
Crypto,
Okay.
Crypto hooked it up. They have, they've known each other for hella long.
Right. You were saying that.
How was it for you meeting him? Because I know they've known each other, but was that your first time meeting him?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was dope.
Did you guys smoke?
We smoked all the shit on the podcast.
How was that?
It was some fire.
It was.
Berner had some fire for
that's
sure.
hella cool.
Yeah. He let us smoke. We had some food. He was hella nice, hospitable. Everybody there was hella cool.
That's like a cool.
We went to his spot. He let us go to his spot. Yeah.
That's like a cool. That's even cooler.
Yeah, hella cool.
Cool.
So what is
Super
like?
dope opportunity.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Who is like a person that you want to do music with?
But you haven't worked
Music
that you
with?
haven't worked with?
That I don't like. I don't have to know him or anything.
No.
Yeah.
Say fuck.
I mean, first of all, like I feel like I've made a lot of music with a lot of people that I want to make music with, so it's pretty dope. Just making music with people that I already fuck with. That's usually the best music too. You know what I mean? But I love to do a song with like Too Short.
Lit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like something like that, or like
That'd be so dope.
yeah, or like Ghostface or Raekwon. Something like epic.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Something like not easy to do.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's like a dope. Yeah. You know who I've been wanting to do you know who Blimes is?
Hell yeah. Shout out to Blimes.
Shout out Blimes. You know what's so funny? Because back then, when I was in LA, actually, I was like 14 or 13. And I had just started like writing. And I didn't really understand that my writing could turn into music.
Right.
But she used to do these things called cipher effects.
Right.
And I don't know. I was young and I started tuning in more and Team Backpack and all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw her and what I liked her because she was repping for the Bay.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, there's somebody repping for the Bay. I didn't really know too much. And at that time, after her showing me love, I made my first rapper name was Otatis. Which is so funny.
Lies.
Now that I think about it, because I'm all like, damn, like I was super inspired by Blimes for sure.
Hey,
But
that's
she,
dope.
yeah, it is. It's dope. And to this day, she shows me love. And that love, have you heard of Reverie?
Hell yeah.
So that love she showed me so much, it, like Reverie must have seen it at a point, and
Right.
she kind of started peeping me out more, and it's just kind of cool how that works. But point is, Blimes has a song with Method Man,
Yeah.
and just that song was so dope. But I was like, bro, when I heard that song, I don't know why, I was like, if you were a feature on that shit, bro,
yeah.
all 3 of you would have killed that shit.
Thank you.
But I just, but to
Oh,
say
yeah.
you and Method Man are something I would love to see as well.
You know what? I should have said Method Man.
I
love
think,
Method Man.
yeah, I think it'd be
Yeah.
dope. It's
Yeah,
just, you
yeah.
still got that sauce, and I don't know.
He go crazy for sure.
Yeah.
Method Man and Redman definitely was big influence when I was like 15 and shit like that. I seen them perform like 4 times or something like that.
Oh shit.
That's the other thing. I've been to one thing about me. I've been to hella shows, like
Well,
as
I bet.
a audience.
Oh, cool.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like before I did hella shows, is like all the legends, like all the hip hop legends. I've seen a lot of them.
That's like a dope.
I kind of get into like the we kind of skimmed the surface a little bit earlier, but I kind of want to get it a little bit more into the a little more in depth about how you feel about how do you say, what is it, the industry. Like, are you a type that you rather stay independent, or would you sign a deal, or how do you feel about people writing for you, and just stuff like that? Like, first let's do the first one. How do you feel about signing and stuff like that? And
I mean, I'd do some deal. I probably wouldn't do like, I mean, nobody needs to do a deal, really.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, the cool thing about doing a deal is they'll pay for everything. Right. They should. They're supposed to, at least. Right. And you end up paying for it, and it's kind of fucked up. But I would do a deal if it meant that it would be easier for me to just, like, get in the studio. And I really just want to create. I don't like promoting and shit like that, and, like, making fucking flyers and shit. I really just fucking am sick of it. But I'm doing it still, because it's like, you know.
It's a part of it.
But that's kind of like, if there was a deal where I could do that and not, like, be losing or be less than 50% at least or something like that. I mean, I don't know. I've never been presented a real deal like that. So I wouldn't know. I haven't had that experience yet. But I'd probably be down.
Yeah.
I was like, where's this leading? On my soul, I was like, so he doesn't want to sign.
Because why not?
You're like, fuck it.
And then, so how do you feel about, like, so say you did get a deal, and say they're like, we're only gonna let you do your music if you let us have your writer, have our best writers write the music for you. What would you feel about that? What is your intake on that?
I wouldn't let them write me verses, probably.
Okay.
I'm not into it.
Right, okay.
Off the bat. But, like, I'm also not, like, it's part of the industry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would probably let someone, I'll probably, like, because, you know, like, I've been in hella groups and shit, so sometimes we, like, write hooks that the other person will say or something like that. Like, or, like, what you think of this?
Yeah.
I think that's cool, but you could say this. Even that I probably wouldn't do. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool with me if people do that. I don't think it's, like, blasphemy, but it doesn't help your, like, ranking.
Right.
No, like, ranking. You know what I mean? Like, if you're, like...
Oh, he gets his stuff written for him. Like
that's definitely, you know, it's definitely some points.
Right.
For sure.
Do you feel like those points are something that matters within, like, the hip-hop culture more than the...
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Nobody gives a fuck.
Because I used to always... Remember at first I used to be very, like...
Nobody gives a fuck.
I was very, like... Well, I still am. Like, nobody's gonna write for me. But an R&B song, I'll do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, my rap, I feel like I have it down pat type shit.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. But I feel like, it's the hip-hop community that will definitely... And since that's what I came in with at the beginning... Remember I just said that's, like, you feel me? I feel like... People that helped me on the way, like, I feel like the jealous guys would look at me like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
and that's why I kind of, like, I wanted to bring it up with you and ask you that, is because I do see, like I was already saying, I do kind of see you as, like, that person that, expression-wise, like, even with, you know, the freestyle and how I was first introduced to you with all your freestyle and stuff like that, I feel like it would just it would defeat the purpose of Professor Gable entirely if somebody was to write for you.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, nobody's writing that shit. But, like, you know, what I mean, you know, I feel that, like, I feel like, you know, there's also, like, songs that are dope as fuck that somebody wrote a verse for somebody for it. I still think that song is dope as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not mad about it.
Right.
You know, like, but me...
It's not for you.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it.
Okay.
that's all.
But,
I said that's all.
Yeah.
And then, like, another thing as far as the industry, since I kind of wanted to get more into depth with that, like, do you feel like, so I know you've probably seen, like, a lot of the stuff going on in, like, the Grammys and stuff like that, where, like, they like dressing like the devil and stuff like that, you know, like all that type of
Illuminati shit.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, like essentially.
I like Illuminati restaurants.
They have that?
No, I'm just playing.
Oh.
So I was like,
No.
but that got me off guard. I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do except for laugh.
No, because I know you've been to New York and shit, so I'm like, let me know, nigga, like, for real. Like, oh, that's crazy.
Go ahead, my bad. I'm just playing.
But I guess my question is like, sorry.
Do I believe
that got me off guard. Well, yeah. Do you? Yeah, I guess.
I guess that's a good start.
In it?
If you don't believe in it,
Trying to
like...
get flagged on YouTube, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not tripping. You know, like I'm not
I'm
worried
glad you
about
said,
it.
Bro,
Do I think there's people that sit in rooms and make big decisions that affect a lot of people?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. Are they that? It doesn't really matter. It's happening whether they're the Illuminati or they're Sally and Aaron.
Right.
You know? It's people. It's fucking
weird
it's
shit,
fucked up out here, for sure. It's definitely fucked up out here. But you can't worry about it.
Okay.
You can't do that. Because if you do, then it's just working on you. You know what I mean?
Hear that, guys?
Don't trip. In other words,
Don't be tripping off that.
Yeah.
You be stressing me the most. You two be stressing me the most.
What are you worried about? Tell me.
Well, I'm not really worried about it. It's more so like, I just like, I'm really into researching stuff like that. Like, it kind of just like intrigues the fuck out of me. Like, I guess not necessarily just that.
You hella
like,
ask people the zodiac sign and shit.
Skims the surface of like.
What is your sign?
I'm just playing.
No, actually, it's funny because.
My bad, I was just fucking with you.
No, yeah, like, but it's funny because even with like the zodiac thing, I see a lot of stuff about that like intrigues me too. Like, just a lot of shit in depth about like even like for instance like some people say like if you claim it, it's like a demon that's like.
If you claim
some
the zodiac
It's just
shit?
like it's like a lot of different things. I'm not saying I believe in everything that I research on, but like it just kind of blows my mind. I'm very big on research and like just kind of expanding my I don't have a closed mind, I guess. So I just like
you're smart. You're a smart person. You like stuff.
Right on. Yeah, I guess.
I'd be in denial. I'd be like, fuck no. It's not happening. But signs. What is your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's everybody.
No, my grandma.
Everybody's always hella sad when I say that. It's like, oh shit.
No,
lock the door.
No, that's really good. That means you're really in tune with your feelings too, though.
Definitely.
No, but my mom is, my grandma, my dude's like a cusp with a Cancer, so that's really, I like Cancers. Yeah, I like Cancers. Does Gable have anybody special in their life?
Yeah, I got my girl. Shout out to my girlfriend.
Shout out to your girlfriend.
Lex.
I love you so much.
And then with having a girl,
yeah,
like,
how is that?
How do you feel like it, and with even the music and just everything, like how does it feel like just?
It could be a shit show. It could be supportive.
Yeah.
It's always perfect.
Great.
Aww.
Everything's always perfect.
Great. Shout out.
Right.
Shout out.
Y'all learn. That's
it is good to have
no,
somebody
for real. I mean, you know, like it's definitely like awesome. I don't be. She's like hella cool. You know, she doesn't like. She doesn't trip on me about.
She's
like,
getting ready,
doing shit.
That's like a dope though. I think it's important. Well, when you do have somebody, that's dope to have somebody that don't.
Yeah. This
is a lifestyle. I ain't gonna lie. Like being a musician, it's a different lifestyle. Like. You feel me? Like you said, after work, sometimes you got to do shit like this.
You should bring her on here and ask her.
That'd be dope.
Podcast.
I love having couples. Our first, we had Studio 24, their photography couple.
Hey, yeah, I love them.
Have you worked with them?
And
yes.
She's my homegirl. What's her name?
She's my homegirl.
Whatever. Shout out to them. I love them.
No, but they are dope, and we were kind of talking with them like, how is it? And they kept it real and uncut, which I really liked. Like they made it clear, like, you know, it struggles here and there with this shit, but.
No, it's definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you gotta make a choice, right? You're either out here alone or you got a team.
Yeah.
You know? And I like having a team.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
One other thing I wanted to ask, now that we're getting close to more towards the end, what is some Professor Gable, how do you say, advice? What is something you can give to somebody to take from this, from listening to you from this podcast or just whatever in life or just whatever? What do you have to say to the audience?
Well, I definitely say, be you, be consistent, and, you know, do your best to just love whatever situation you have, you know? Because otherwise it's just all bad.
Right. Love your situation. I like that.
Yeah.
Fucking broke. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
some situations are definitely a lot tougher than others.
Yeah.
And that's not it should be taken lightly, but like that's just the I think from what I've seen so far, it's definitely the best course of action in any situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you
Looking more
gotta
at the
just
bright side.
find the way to take control of your life.
There we go.
Do you have any music videos coming out or any like? Besides, I know you're working on the album.
Yeah. Fuck.
I love seeing you in music videos, bro.
You do? Okay,
Yes.
good. That's good to know because I have trouble making music videos.
Why?
Sometimes. Just like scheduling it
okay.
and like I don't want to always just
Be in the
rap on a wall. Like I
Right.
want to like do some cool shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like and have extras and a lot of shit. But then it's like okay, now it's $3,000 in a day, and you know what I mean? Like. And I want to do that, but I haven't, like, kind of, like, I'm good at making music. I'm good at making podcasts and stuff like that. I got to get a lot better at making videos. Shout out to Carl, though. Carl, SFC.
Yes, I want to work with
you know
him
what I
so
mean?
bad, Carl.
And Jess Tarantino. Both of them.
Shout out, Jess.
They get my videos looking good.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that, like, you know, one thing I want to see from you is because you have that acting background.
Yeah.
I really think it would be dope if you made like movies for your videos type thing. You know,
Yeah, I
like
was about to say,
short
you're a director,
films
in
That's a
other
for
great
words.
for
idea.
your
That's
videos.
a great idea. Thank you. Yeah, you know, Sutro, we have an album and maybe I'm not supposed to say this, but we also are making a movie.
Exclusive.
Making a movie too. So
Lit.
I'm working on that. It's a
Good.
great idea.
It's like a dope. Yeah, I used to. Well, I feel the same because during downtown high school, we got to get courses at the American Conservatory Theater.
Oh
Downtown?
yeah, ACT. Yeah.
So
went
I
there.
got to really like become familiar for 3 years, and like now it's under my belt, and I was like, what am I gonna do with this? And then I'm like, you know what? Let me start directing my videos.
Yep.
And you know, I first it did like you said the budget. You start adding things up. But then
Yeah.
I literally got rid of the budget, dude, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna write the story. I'm gonna write the story.
Right.
I'm gonna ask the people I know. I'm gonna ask a shitload of people I know. A lot of them are gonna probably not be available or fall off or say, you know.
Right.
But those 3 that are still standing, I'm gonna utilize the fuck out of them.
Right.
Cause you were the girl who stole the money. You were the girl who ran. You were the girl. You were the girl that you did a lie in one video for
Real
me.
friends.
You know, yes.
Yeah, man.
Like at this point, people be telling me like they're like, damn, Ari's like everything in all the videos. Like she's like one day the side girl, the other day the robber, and it's just like, you know, it is what it is. But people are interested, in, as long as they know you're the one directing it, they'll support that shit.
No doubt.
So fuck the budget, just do that shit.
Yeah, just do it. No, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
You're gonna
definitely love
see
seeing you in videos.
This summer I'll definitely drop a lot of shit.
Yeah, and me and Gable got something coming too.
We
right
do. I gotta find that session.
Now. I have it.
You have it?
Yes,
Okay,
don't
cool,
worry,
cool,
I got
cool.
it.
Sick.
You probably gotta respit it again because I don't have the files, but I do have what you said and everything, and it's just you're gonna love the hook. Like I just can't wait. I see us
good.
right. I want to do the music video around like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning.
It's the best time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
No doubt. No, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are legends. You feel me? Like,
Oh, thanks.
Out here, like,
Thanks.
so I appreciate, you know what I mean, the flowers and the space, you know.
That means a lot coming from you, actually.
Yeah, it does.
Come on, I'm telling you, we've all been here the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like so.
Are you gonna be Carnival performing right now or what's
The
going on?
28th.
The 27th and 28th.
On the 27th, I'm gonna be somewhere else, but
Dope.
the 28th, I think we're gonna do it, right?
That'll be dope.
Isn't that when it's happening? The Frisco Days shit.
Yeah, you guys are on the block party.
Oh
right?
yeah,
28th,
yeah.
right?
I seen your guys' logo
Yeah.
on the.
Let's real quick. How was that working with like
Yeah.
different people that you probably weren't familiar with at first or something?
Nah, I know everybody.
You
on
know
that
everybody?
shit. Yeah,
Cool.
pretty sure.
I got familiar with a couple people. I didn't know a lot of people.
yeah. No,
So
I
it's dope.
mean, dope as fuck. De La City, DJ Say, Maze, those guys fucking killed that. I think like it was very, very well thought out kind of process with
Seems
the
like it.
rollout and all that, and they really kind of like nailed it. You know what I mean?
I like their marketing.
Yeah, their marketing was
Yeah.
good, and the whole just Frisco storytelling vibe. I think it worked out really well.
So
Yeah.
hopefully we will see you there.
Yeah.
So.
28th, we'll be there. I got a bunch of shows coming up. We'll be in LA June 9th. But yeah, Bay Lwc June 9th too.
See, that's I was about to ask that. What you got coming?
Bay Lwc. That's
Bay
crazy.
Lwc. Yeah.
What is that? Where did that come from?
So there's this movie called The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
And it's about like this dude who like wears a robe and smokes and is hella chill and shit. And so that's kind of like me, you know?
Right.
But so that's kind of really the only reason why I named it that. There's
That's
no like, I'm not talking about the movie at all.
Right.
In the songs or whatever. But it's just like, I don't know, I like that vibe, kind of like, you know, I'm kind of chilling on this. Not chilling like in a way like lazy, but I'm not trying to be hella like serious on this album kind of shit. Like I want to perform these songs and have a good time with it. You know?
There you go. That's
Dope.
There's still a lot of bars though, you know, and good
Right.
features.
I'm gonna still be writing it down.
And
Singer.
good features too.
Yeah, I'm excited. You always get good features.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up, and I wanted to say
Okay.
thank you so much for coming through, answering our questions. We have so many other questions, but
It's all good. I'll come back. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's those people that always have to come back. I feel
Yeah.
like Dio, Dregs, him, like we just need to hear more, you know?
Yeah, get more updates and what you
Yeah.
got going on and all that good stuff. Because it seems like you got a lot going on.
Always, yeah. No, thank y'all so much. Like I said, it's really dope to be on this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And with that being said, this was Lwc.Podcast, Queen of the Skull, with my beautiful co-host.
Adi Jolie.
And today we have Professor Gable. Okay, let's go.
Vibes.
Singer.